In the complex world of dating, many men are misled by myths and superficial advice. We've been taught that to win a woman's heart, we need to chase her, impress her with grand gestures, or even mold ourselves into someone we're not. But here's the hard truth: real attraction isn't built on tricks or gimmicks, it's built on self-mastery and emotional strength. If you want to stand out and make women genuinely interested in you, it's time to stop chasing and start attracting. In this video, we'll uncover the Stoic principles that will transform not just your dating life, but the way you carry yourself in every aspect of life. 1. Master yourself first. Have you ever wondered why some men, despite not being the richest or most handsome, still attract the most attention? It's because they've mastered one thing that matters most: themselves. It's not about the flashy car or perfect jawline, it's about emotional strength and inner peace. Think about a friend or mentor who exudes calm confidence, the kind of person who walks into a room and immediately commands respect, not because of what they have, but because of who they are. This is the kind of man women are drawn to. Real attraction isn't something you can fake or buy. It starts from within. Imagine walking into a social setting, calm and grounded, unaffected by external chaos. You're not chasing approval, you're simply being, and that makes all the difference. When you're in control of your emotions, when you don't let the world or anyone else push your buttons, people can't help but notice. This isn't about perfection, it's about consistency. Women notice when you are emotionally stable, even in challenging situations. Take the example of a guy who doesn't crumble when a date doesn't go as planned. Instead of getting flustered or apologizing profusely, he remains composed, finds a solution, and keeps the mood light. This emotional resilience, this ability to stay unshaken in the face of adversity, is what attracts others. Women don't want to be with someone who needs constant validation or approval, they want someone who can stand tall and steady, no matter what life throws at them. But how do you achieve this emotional mastery? It's a matter of shifting your mindset. Begin with small actions, like pausing before reacting to stressful situations. Ask yourself, is this really worth my emotional energy? Instead of reacting impulsively to external stimuli, take a deep breath, center yourself, and choose your response wisely. This shift doesn't happen overnight, but it's the foundation of attraction that's both real and lasting. In the end, self-mastery isn't just about improving your relationships with women. It's about improving every aspect of your life, your career, friendships, and even your personal goals. When you can master yourself, you don't need to chase validation. You become the kind of person that others are naturally drawn to. And isn't that what true attraction is all about? So take the first step today, focus on mastering yourself, and watch how everything else in your life starts to fall into place. 2. Stop chasing, start attracting. Let me ask you this: when was the last time you chased after something and it worked out exactly the way you hoped? Chances are, the more you chased, the further away it seemed. It's the same with women. When you chase them, when you try to win their approval, it's almost like you're telling them that you need something from them to feel whole. And guess what? That neediness is a turn-off. Women are drawn to men who don't need anything from them to feel complete. They are attracted to men who are emotionally stable, who know who they are, and who don't need constant validation. Think about it: imagine you're on a date, and you're doing everything to impress her, buying extravagant gifts, showering her with compliments, acting like someone you're not. Now, step back for a moment. Does that sound authentic? Do you think she's really connecting with you, or with a version of you that you've crafted to impress her? The truth is, when you try too hard to win someone over, you lose yourself in the process. The more you chase, the more you push them away, because they sense your desperation. On the other hand, when you stop chasing, when you stop seeking approval, something magical happens: you become more attractive. Why? Because you're no longer dependent on their reaction to feel good about yourself. You're grounded in your own self-worth. You don't need them to validate your existence. You show up as you are, and that's powerful. Women are drawn to men who are at peace with themselves, who don't get shaken by every little thing. This kind of man doesn't need to impress anyone. He simply is, and that's magnetic. Picture this: you're at a party, and you notice someone you're interested in. Instead of rushing over, fidgeting, or saying the perfect thing to catch her attention, you remain calm, you take your time, and you approach her when it feels right, not when you feel desperate for her approval. You're not the loudest person in the room, but your presence commands attention. Women notice that. They can tell when you're genuinely comfortable in your own skin, when you're not trying to be someone you're not. That's what makes you stand out. When you stop chasing and start attracting, you shift the dynamic completely. You stop putting all your energy into trying to get something from her, and instead, you focus on being the best version of yourself. You create space for her to come to you, not out of obligation, but out of genuine attraction to the person you truly are. So remember, the more you stop chasing, the more you'll attract. It's about embodying confidence, emotional stability, and a self-assured presence, because that's what makes you truly irresistible. 3. Stoicism in dating. Let's face it, dating can be a roller coaster of emotions. One moment you feel on top of the world, and the next, you're questioning yourself after a text goes unanswered or a date doesn't go as planned. But what if I told you there's a way to approach dating that doesn't involve riding that emotional wave? What if you could remain calm, centered, and unshaken, no matter the situation? This is where Stoicism comes in. Stoicism isn't about suppressing your feelings or becoming emotionless. It's about understanding your emotions, not letting them control you, and maintaining inner peace regardless of external circumstances. Imagine you're on a date and everything is going wrong. The conversation is awkward, the restaurant's messed up your order, and you can feel the tension building. What do most guys do? They panic, try to fix everything, or get visibly upset. But a stoic man? He stays calm. He doesn't let the situation dictate his mood. Instead, he remains present, unruffled, and in control of himself. That calmness? It's magnetic. Here's the thing, women are drawn to emotional strength. They're not looking for the guy who gets flustered easily or who reacts impulsively. They want someone who can handle stress with grace, who doesn't let small setbacks derail their confidence. When you stay calm under pressure, when you don't let emotions run wild, it signals something powerful. It says, I'm in control of myself, and I don't need to be validated by external circumstances. And that kind of self-control is incredibly attractive. Think about it this way: have you ever noticed how people gravitate toward the calm, confident person in the room? The one who doesn't get caught up in drama or let their emotions take over. That's the power of Stoicism. It's not about being perfect or unemotional, it's about being aware of your emotions and choosing not to let them control your actions. This doesn't just help in dating, it helps in every area of your life. So, next time you find yourself in a dating situation, remember this: the more you practice Stoic principles and master your emotional reactions, the more naturally attractive you'll become. Women notice emotional stability. It shows you're a man who's grounded, who's not just chasing fleeting moments of excitement, but someone who's in control of his destiny. And that's incredibly compelling. 4. The power of words. Words have a profound impact, especially when it comes to forming real connections. Too many men make the mistake of focusing only on a woman's looks, offering compliments like, "You're beautiful," or "You're so hot." Sure, those words might get a polite smile, but they don't make her feel seen, heard, or truly appreciated. What really makes a difference? Complimenting her on deeper qualities, her intelligence, her kindness, her character. Think about it: when was the last time someone truly acknowledged your unique qualities? It feels amazing, right? Women feel the same way. When you compliment her mind, when you celebrate her passions, it shows you see her for who she truly is, not just as a pretty face. For example, If she shares an interesting idea or a project she's working on, instead of just nodding and smiling, you could say, "I love how deeply you think about this." It's rare to find someone who is so thoughtful and driven. Compliments like this not only make her feel appreciated, but they also highlight a connection that goes far beyond physical attraction. Another powerful tool is using her name in conversation. It sounds simple, but it's incredibly effective. When you use her name, you're not just speaking to her as a generic woman or girl. You're recognizing her as an individual, a person who deserves attention and respect. But don't overdo it. Use her name strategically during meaningful moments, like when you're genuinely complimenting her or acknowledging something important she's shared. And here's something many overlook: expressing gratitude. When she does something thoughtful, even small gestures, like bringing you a coffee or helping you with something, acknowledge it. Don't just brush it off or take it for granted. A simple, "Thank you, that really means a lot to me," can go a long way. It makes her feel valued and shows that you don't take her kindness for granted. Words, when used wisely, are incredibly powerful. They build emotional intimacy and create a foundation of mutual respect. Compliment her on what makes her who she is, use her name to make her feel special, and show genuine appreciation for the little things she does. That's how you form a real, deep connection. 5. Action matters more. In the world of dating and relationships, words are important, but actions speak louder. Stoicism teaches us that true strength comes not just from what we say, but from how we carry ourselves, how we show up in the world. And in dating, that means aligning your actions with a sense of calm, confidence, and purpose. Start with your body language. Imagine you're walking into a room. Are you slouched, avoiding eye contact, or nervously shifting from foot to foot? Or are you standing tall, shoulders relaxed, walking with intention? Women are incredibly attuned to body language, and they can sense if you're unsure of yourself or if you're trying too hard to impress. When you stand tall, make eye contact, and move with purpose, you're not just showing confidence, you're showing that you're comfortable in your own skin. This calm, unshakable presence is incredibly attractive because it signals emotional strength. Next, pay attention to the small gestures. These often speak volumes more than grand, attention-seeking acts. It's easy to think that buying extravagant gifts or showing off in flashy ways will make her notice you. But here's the truth: women are drawn to men who listen, who observe the little details, and who show that they care in subtle, meaningful ways. Maybe she mentioned a book she loved or a project she's working on. Asking her about it later shows you were paying attention. If she shared something personal with you, checking in on it later demonstrates you genuinely care. It's not the big, over-the-top gestures that matter most. It's the small, consistent acts that show you are engaged, present, and truly invested in her. By aligning your actions with Stoic principles, staying grounded, emotionally steady, and thoughtful, you demonstrate that you're not only in control of yourself but that you also respect her as a person. Remember, it's the quiet strength of your actions that will leave a lasting impression. Show up with confidence, be intentional with your movements, and listen deeply. That's the true way to attract and build a meaningful connection. 6. Handle setbacks with stoic calm. In dating, not everything will go according to plan. Maybe the date doesn't go as smoothly as you'd hoped, or she starts pulling away. In these moments, it's easy to feel frustrated, anxious, or desperate to fix things. But here's the Stoic wisdom: the way you handle setbacks says more about you than the setbacks themselves. Imagine you're on a date, and the conversation starts to stall. It's awkward, or perhaps the restaurant messes up your order. The typical response might be to try to fix everything, to overcompensate, or to force things back on track. But a Stoic man doesn't panic. He remains calm, unshaken by the small annoyances. Instead of trying to make everything perfect, he stays grounded and confident, knowing that life is imperfect, and that's okay. Women notice this composure. When you're unbothered by the little things, it creates a sense of ease and security, making the experience more enjoyable for both of you. Now, let's say she starts pulling away. Maybe her texts become less frequent, or she seems distant. The natural reaction might be to chase after her, to try to figure out what went wrong, or to overanalyze every little thing you said or did. But that's where Stoicism comes in. A Stoic man knows that he can't control her actions, only his own response. Instead of pushing harder or seeking validation, he steps back and gives her space. He trusts that his calm, confident approach will speak louder than any desperate texts or overanalyzed gestures. When you show that you're unshaken, confident in your own worth, and not desperate for attention, something powerful happens. She begins to feel intrigued and starts to respect your emotional stability. This Stoic mindset doesn't just apply to dating, it's a life philosophy. When you face setbacks with calm confidence, it signals strength and emotional maturity. It's not about avoiding discomfort, but about embracing it without losing your sense of self. This is what makes you truly attractive, not perfection, but your ability to stay composed in the face of imperfection. Remember, setbacks are just part of the journey. Embrace them with Stoic calm, and watch how your dating life, and your life in general, becomes more balanced, fulfilling, and in control. 7. Be true to yourself. When it comes to building attraction and forming a meaningful connection, authenticity is everything. You may have heard the advice to be yourself, but it's deeper than just letting your guard down. Being true to yourself means embracing who you are, flaws and all, and showing up with integrity, rather than trying to mold yourself into someone you think she wants. Imagine this: you're on a date, and instead of trying to impress her with exaggerated stories or pretending to like things you don't, you simply show up as yourself. You share your true interests, your real thoughts, and your authentic self. You don't need to put on a show. That confidence, knowing that you are enough as you are, has a magnetic quality. It's like a breath of fresh air in a world full of people trying to be someone they're not. This is where Stoicism plays a powerful role. One of the core tenets of Stoicism is accepting yourself as you are and not seeking validation from external sources. You don't need to prove your worth to anyone, because you already know your value. This inner strength radiates outward. When you're not seeking her approval, but simply being genuine, you create space for a real connection, one that's based on mutual respect and admiration, not on performances or facades. Remember, trying to be someone you're not doesn't just drain your energy, it's exhausting for the other person, too. They can feel the dissonance between your words and actions. But when you're true to yourself, you give her the opportunity to see you for who you really are. And when that happens, the right woman will appreciate you not for who you pretend to be, but for the authentic person you are. So, be yourself, not the version of yourself you think she wants, but the version of yourself that's unapologetically real. When you do this, you'll attract the kind of person who values you for exactly who you are, and that's a connection worth building. 8. Final takeaway. Here's the final truth: stop chasing, stop impressing, and stop playing games. None of that will lead you to the kind of relationship you truly want. The secret isn't in tricks, pick-up lines, or trying to win someone over. The real secret is in self-mastery, becoming a man who doesn't need to chase after approval or validation because he already knows his worth. Think about it: when you focus on mastering yourself, your emotions, your actions, your mindset, you naturally become more attractive. You become a man who is grounded, calm, and self-assured. And guess what? That's what women are drawn to. It's not about looking perfect or being someone you're not. It's about being authentic and emotionally strong. When you stop trying to impress, that's when you start attracting. The right woman will be drawn to the version of you who is confident, authentic, and emotionally stable. She'll see you for who you truly are, and that connection will be real and lasting. Relationships built on emotional strength and mutual respect are the ones that thrive. So, stop playing games. Stop trying to be someone else. The moment you focus on becoming the best version of yourself, everything else falls into place. The right woman will see you for who you are, and she'll be drawn to you, not because of what you say or do, but because of the man you've become. If you're ready to embrace this journey of self-mastery, take that first step now. Focus on yourself and watch how everything, your relationships, your confidence, your life, transforms. 9. Embrace calm confidence. Here's a truth that can change everything: women are drawn to men who possess calm confidence and emotional resilience. It's not about how flashy you are, or how many jokes you can crack. It's not about buying the most extravagant gifts or being the life of the party. It's about the way you carry yourself, grounded, unshaken, and unbothered by the chaos around you. Think about it: when you walk into a room, how do you carry yourself? Are you frantic, looking for approval or trying to impress? Or do you step in, calm and steady, like you belong there? This is what women notice. It's not the loud, showy gestures that win them over, it's the quiet, unwavering confidence that speaks louder than words. A calm demeanor shows that you're emotionally resilient, that no matter what happens, you're not easily rattled. Imagine being on a date where everything seems to go wrong: the restaurant messes up the order, the conversation feels awkward. A lot of guys would panic, try to fix everything, or even apologize too much. But a man with calm confidence? He stays relaxed, takes it all in stride, and makes the situation feel comfortable for both of them. Women are naturally attracted to that kind of emotional stability. It makes them feel safe, comfortable, and more willing to open up to you. When you're calm and unshaken, you're not just impressing her, you're creating a space where she can be her true self too. So, instead of trying to impress with flashy moves or empty compliments, focus on being present. Show her that you're comfortable in your own skin, and that you don't need external validation to feel good about yourself. This is the kind of confidence that truly attracts. It's the kind that builds trust, fosters deeper connections, and makes her feel more at ease with you. And remember, true confidence doesn't shout, it's felt in the silence. It's the strength to stay calm and grounded no matter what's happening around you. When you master this, women won't just notice you, they'll be drawn to you. 10. Don't over-apologize. Here's a trap many men fall into: over-apologizing for things they didn't even do wrong. You might say, sorry, just to keep the peace or avoid conflict. But here's the thing: over-apologizing is actually a sign of insecurity, not maturity. It's like you're giving away your power, letting the fear of judgment or discomfort dictate how you show up. And this can be a real turn-off. Stoicism teaches us something powerful: own your actions. If you've done something wrong, yes, apologize. But if you haven't, don't apologize for being yourself. Don't apologize for expressing your thoughts, your opinions, or for simply existing in the world. Women respect men who stand firm in their beliefs and actions, who don't back down in the face of minor misunderstandings. Think about it this way: when you apologize too often, it can actually come across as weak or indecisive. It's like you're apologizing for having a presence in her life, for taking up space. Instead of projecting strength, you're signaling uncertainty. And in relationships, uncertainty isn't a trait that fosters attraction, it creates distance. Now, I'm not saying you should be arrogant or dismissive when you're in the wrong. If you've hurt her feelings or made a mistake, own up to it. Apologize, but do so with conviction. But when it's a small misunderstanding, or when you're simply being true to yourself, don't be afraid to stand your ground. You don't have to shrink yourself to make others comfortable. Women respect men who are secure in who they are and who aren't afraid to be unapologetically themselves. So, stop over-apologizing. Start owning your actions and intentions with confidence. And remember, the less you apologize unnecessarily, the more you'll find yourself commanding the respect and admiration of the people around you, especially women. So, if you're ready to stop playing games and start being the man who naturally draws attention, it's time to embrace these Stoic principles. Master yourself first, be calm, confident, and unshakable in the face of life's challenges. Let go of the need for constant validation and become the man women are naturally drawn to. If you found this advice valuable, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and share this with others who might need a reminder to stop chasing and start living authentically. Become the kind of man who attracts, not chases. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.